Great to see you here, Ben. And we're going to kick off the Zoom here right now. And I would love to welcome everyone to this evening's Zoom. You know, it was exciting having the opportunity to take a vacation, but I'm so happy to be back. I was so happy to sleep in my own bed after sleeping in various hotel rooms and people's homes for the last 3 weeks. But I want to share with you, Bali was fantastic. There's nothing like the food, the people, the beaches, the culture, and the cap off my trip. I spent the last 10 days, I was sharing earlier, in California. Normally it's sunny California, but it was rainy California. But what I loved about that, it was still wonderful being able to spend quality time with family members and friends because I am from Southern California. And I wanted to share this evening before I start the Zoom. I learned many years ago from my mentor that you never want to be the top person in your company or your team. So you never want to be the top person in your company or on your team. You want many leaders on your team, ladies and gentlemen, that are much more talented than you are. And we have some talented leaders that I would love to congratulate and thank them for being here and taking over these calls while I was away. All of you did an amazing job, and can we give them some love in the chat? Can we give Melissa Lucas all the love that she deserves for, again, taking on that leadership role and just taking these calls? And wouldn't we agree? Give her some love. Didn't they do a phenomenal job? She had rock stars Gabrielle Murrow with her. She had Aaron Frenzy with her. She had Marilyn Scott. She had Brittany Maxedon. All of you did an amazing job, and give them some love, ladies and gentlemen, because again, I shared with you, you don't want to be the most talented person. If you're the most talented person on your team, you can't take vacations. And I also want to give some love to Candy McAfee and Carrie Codas. Didn't they do a spectacular job closing out the month of February? Their training was gold. And so again, give Candy and Carrie some love in the comments. They give them the love that they deserve. And what I like to do now is, I have a superstar with me this evening. Tiffany and I we've become extremely close. And what I love about our relationship is we can have those tough conversations. I know she's smiling, okay? You're right, yeah. We've had some tough conversations, but our conversations, ladies and gentlemen, is all in love. And it helps me grow and helping her grow in her business. And she's going to share with you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, something that we talked about earlier, because I believe many of our challenges and roadblocks are the roadblocks that we put into our own heads. I want to also shout her out and her entire team, because we talked on the last day of the month earlier, and they had thousands and thousands of dollars in volume still to do. And by the end of that evening, she sent me a text and said, we did it. We crushed it. So again, I couldn't think of a better leader to share with you that they didn't allow limiting beliefs to stop them from achieving their goals within the last 12 hours of the month. So again, Tiffany Schassar, you know I love you. You know I appreciate you. And I'm going to turn the call over to you.
Thank you so much, Brian. I just love your introductions. They give you all the warm and fuzzies on the inside. I just love being a part of this team, being able to come and share some things with you. One thing, like Brian said, you know, limiting beliefs are just so powerful. And if you've ever heard, maybe put a 2 in the comments if you've ever heard the statement, you're your own worst critic. We're our own worst critics. We're not always our own worst critics. What we're really good at doing is picking up limiting beliefs along the way, from maybe from when we were raised, from our experiences, things people think of us. And these beliefs, they get stuck in the very back of your mind. And it's something that you always believe to be true. And the thing is that a lot of these things hold us back detrimentally. So we have these amazing, amazing calls every Monday. You get to hear from new leaders, you get to hear training, new strategies, new things. A lot of us really do love these trainings and will implement these trainings. And sometimes you'll still find yourself struggling maybe to reach a goal, struggling to feel, I guess, free enough that you can do it. And a lot of that is the limiting beliefs in our own mind. And if we can get those out of the way, if we can remove them from our daily existence, you are free to fly. So I think that this topic is really, really important, not just for training in general, but for life in general. We're going for Destination Paradise. We're starting a new month. We have goals, we have ranks, we have all these things that we want to hit, and we stand in our own way. And sometimes the saddest part about that is you don't even realize you're doing it. You don't even realize that you have these beliefs that are literally blocking you from your goal. They're in between you and your goal. And if you don't get over them, you don't figure out a way to get them out of your life, you are always going to struggle. So tonight, I just wanted to talk about a few of the limiting beliefs that we have, like these limiting belief systems. I have 9 different ones. This is not an all-encompassing list. We keep all kinds of bull, you know what, in our head from things that we've picked up along the way. So this is not an all-encompassing list, but I do want to read some of these really common limiting beliefs off to you guys. And if you feel like sharing, when I'm naming them out, go ahead and say that's me. You can be vulnerable here. You can admit it here. It's okay, because I'm also going to give you a couple steps on how to get rid of them. Okay. So I did write these down, so I'll just kind of be referencing. The first limiting belief that's very, very popular is the I don't have time belief. Now, the I don't have time belief, I think we all know, is a really great reason to be in a business like this. So when you hear that, not only do you know, hey, this person actually needs this, but what that person is doing is they're putting limits on their time. And when you say, I don't have time, your brain just hears it and it just thinks that it's true. Eventually, you're going to find yourself not having time for the things you want to do, the things you love to do, the things that make you you or pour into your own cup. This one's very, it's very easy to just say it, but it'll put you in habits that you do not want to have. Another one is I can't. You never want to say that you can't do something, because you're just basically saying that there's just no possibility of you doing it. We can do whatever we want. Maybe it's a learning gap. Maybe you have to figure out a plan. Maybe there's certain things, but we can do it. When you say I can't, it definitely just takes it right off the table. You can't do it. You can't figure it out. It's not for you. And that's not fair to yourself. The third one, this is doubly detrimental, when you say I can't because I'm not. So now you're not only saying I can't do it, but you're going to attach a negative thought or a negative feeling to who you are at the core. If you say I'm not creative, you are going to shy away from things where you could use that creativity that you probably do have. You're just saying I can't because I am. That's one example. Or is I'm not good enough. A lot of us fall into that. And again, if this is you, guys, raise your hand. It's okay. I'm not good enough. We say this all the time. Unfortunately, the I'm not good enough spills over into every facet of our life. It spills over into our relationships, in the way that we lead, in the way that we show up. We don't innately feel good enough. And the thing is that we are all good enough, or we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have opened our eyes this morning. So that's something that you have to let go of in your head. How about number 5? A lot of us fall into this one. I will be judged. Well, guess what? You're going to be judged either way. You're going to be judged if you do it. You're going to be judged if you don't do it. You're going to be judged if you're happy. You're going to be judged if you're not happy. All of the opposites, you're going to be judged for. You might as well be happy. You might as well go out after the things that set your soul on fire, or the goals that you want to see and the life that you want to see, because you're going to be judged either way. Might as well do it. Number 6 is the I am not as good as them. Now, this one's a really sad one to me, the comparison limiting belief, because when you look at somebody achieving goals or doing things faster than you or doing things better than you, a lot of us tend to rely on this belief. Well, I'm just not good enough. It takes responsibility off of you. You don't have to be better. But the thing is that when they do something, they reach your goal. Maybe they do it faster. Maybe they've been here in less time. All that does is show you that you can do it too. So if they can do it, you can do it. Number 7, I have failed. A lot of us have used I have failed to stop us from trying. Again, when you say things to your brain, it's going to pick up and it's going to think you're just a failure. You're not. And fact of the matter is that in life, when you try something new, even if it doesn't go the way that you thought, and even if it wasn't a successful try, you did not fail. You only fail when you quit. So you either win or you learn, and you can learn how to perfect that thing. But when you start saying, I have failed, I can't do it, you think of yourself as a failure and you don't want to try. This one I'm guilty of all the way. All of my friends on here are going to be like, this is Tiffany all the time. I'm an idiot. Who says this? I say this all the time. I'm an idiot because I didn't send that to you. I'm an idiot because I forgot to share that. I'm an idiot because of that, or because of whatever. It's a joke. We're saying it in a joke. Do I really fully believe that I'm an idiot? No, I don't. But do you know how many times I say that in a joke? My brain is going to start to believe that. And just like Brian said, it will compound in your brain and it'll shrink your comfort zone and shrink the limitations that you can do. Because now I certainly can't go out and do anything a smart person could do. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Watch the things that you say to yourself and say out loud, even in a joking manner. Number 9 is I could never do this. Not only is that a personal capability, self-limiting belief, but you put a gross generalization on it. When you say never, it takes the complete, there's no chance for the opposite to be true. So these are the most common limiting beliefs. We all suffer from 1, 2, 3, 9 of these, right? And here's how to get rid of them. One is identifying them. So you guys that have been raising your hands, or anybody, I wasn't watching, but anybody that said, hey, that's me, I do that, you're identifying these beliefs, okay? So you have to be mindful when you're saying these things. You have to pick these up out of your thoughts and be mindful. So you know, I hold myself back in this way, this way, this way, right? Number 2 is take responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, your actions, what you're doing, what you're saying. When you can catch yourself thinking those things, you can take responsibility, because none of us can control what's going on around us. We can only control how we react. And we want to be reacting in a way that actually helps us grow and not tears us down and does the exact opposite. And the third thing that you can do to get rid of these limiting beliefs is please watch your self-talk. Your self-talk is constant. You are constantly chattering to yourself all day long, whether it's good, whether it's bad, what you think, all of the things. When you can identify these, you know what's bothering you. When you can take responsibility, then you know that you can make another choice. So then when you hear that thought, that negativity come up in your mind, what you can do is replace it with 3 positive I am thoughts. Instead of saying, I'm an idiot, the next time I say that, I'm going to stop myself and I'm going to replace it with 3 positive thoughts, because you are literally training your brain to ignore that negativity, know that it is, bull crap, and that it's not serving you. And here are the fundamental steps you need to get past it. So I really hope that's helpful, because honestly, we are always in our own way. A lot of us do so many of these things. A lot of us don't know we're doing them, and they hold us back. Some of these beliefs can hold us back for years. So I hope you guys got some value, and I hope that really helps you to soar. You are free to fly when you are no longer holding yourself back with this anchor of negativity. Thank you so much, Brian.
Wow, wow, wow. Give Tiffany some love in the chats, ladies and gentlemen. That was so powerful, because if I didn't say another word on tonight's Zoom, and you just took this information and applied it in your life, you are going to succeed massively here with this opportunity, here with our company, The Happy Co. So again, give her the love that she deserves. That was a powerful. What I love about you, Tiff, you always come with your heart and you always come prepared. And I appreciate you. And I'm so happy to be partnered with you. And wouldn't we agree that beliefs are our choices? When you shared with me that you was going to cover this today, I went back in some of my notes. I showed my big notepad, and I had a quote from one of my mentors, and he shared with me many years ago. He says, Brian, your beliefs are choices. First, you have to choose your beliefs, and then your beliefs are going to affect your choices. And that stuck with me. When you said you were going to cover that, that stuck with me. Beliefs are choices. First, we must choose our beliefs. Then our beliefs affect our choices. So what I like to do now is I'm going to spice it up here a little bit. We always share that we build our business always, and there's not only one way to build this business, but I want to share with everyone, there is one way to build this business that's been a staple in this industry since 1934. Let me say that again. It's been a staple in network marketing since 1934. And let's talk about the plan. Wouldn't everyone agree that we have great products here with the Happy Co? We got incredible products. Now, how about that perks? Is anybody fired up on that Berry Blast? Woo! Now, we could build a company on that product alone. If we didn't have any other products and we were going to relaunch the Happy Co, we could build a company on perks alone. But wouldn't we all agree that while we're here, the products are great, but don't we want to make money? Now, am I talking to the right group here? If you want to make money, I want to see a 5 in the comments, because if I'm not talking to the right group, we're going to end the Zoom. Okay? All right. All right. So when I came to this industry, ladies and gentlemen, many years ago, I remember the talk with my mentor, and he says, Brian, do you want your income to be predictable and sustainable? Do you want your monthly income that you're going to achieve to be, number one, predictable, and number two, sustainable? Now, wouldn't we agree that everyone on this Zoom would like their monthly income with the Happy Co to be, one, predictable, and then if it's predictable, you want the income month in and month out to be income that you have that's sustainable? Now, I want to share with everyone, if you had a job, or even if you ran another business and someone was fired or someone was laid off every month, wouldn't we agree that that wouldn't be predictable and sustainable income? You would more than likely be frantically looking for another job, right? Okay, because it's not predictable and it's not sustainable. Well, I'm going to segue into a story as we go into this plan. Many of you know Ben Lomely. And Ben, you know, is one of the leaders that's rocking the business in the United States. He's also rocking the business in Mexico. And when we had the invitation for those of you, and you know I'm wearing my Destination Paradise t-shirt for a reason. Come on. No limiting beliefs. You can all be there. And I reached out to Ben and I asked him, hey, are you going to be on the trip with me? And he says, you darn right I am. Okay. I said, okay, so let's put a plan together. Now, I want to encourage everyone on this Zoom. After this Zoom, in Messenger, message your up team and let them know that, hey, I want to be on that trip in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana. You know, I didn't do, you know, I'm doing so many things. I'm going and blowing and traveling. And I didn't realize that the Hard Rock Cafe is over $500 per night. Did you know? I realize that? It's $500 per night. So that's a trip that you want the company to comp and pay for you, okay? Okay, so we want you to be there. So Ben and I had a conversation and he said, Brian, yes, I want to be there. And I want to introduce you to someone that I helped get to bronze. Now, the power of this, again, is third party, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone that's rank advancing on your team, you need to make that introduction. So he introduced me to Lisa Patton. Shout out to Lisa. If you're on a Zoom, congratulations for hitting bronze. Give her some love, ladies and gentlemen, because Lisa was off. She had quite a bit of volume to make up. And when she received that phone call from Ben, he gave her the plan and she ran for it. And she's also working with Tracy Venice, and she's also working with Sharia Stephenson. So again, that's a team. But are you introducing your team members to someone above you that can share their story? Because when Ben made that introduction, I didn't know. I had a lot in common with her. I had so much in common with Lisa Patton. First of all, she's in Georgia. My mom's in Georgia, and my sister's in Georgia. Secondly, she owns a window tinting company. All you know, I started a window tinting company in Southern California at the age of 19. So our conversation, we connected. Now, if Ben didn't do this, would this have been possible? No, we had a great conversation. And then I asked Lisa a question. I said, Lisa, tell me, what is it that you want to achieve with the Happy Co? After I found out a little bit more about her. She told me she had network marketing experience. And I said, okay, what is the income that you want to achieve? And then she shared it with me. And here's what I shared with her, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to share this with you because I shared on a previous Zoom. If you talk about the products, you get customers. If you talk about the business, you get brand partners. But if you talk about the vision, you get leaders. Talk about the products, you get customers. Talk about the business, you get brand partners. Share a vision, and you get leaders. And here's what I shared with her. I mentioned that I was 10 days in California. I know Melissa knows who this individual is. One of my best friends and business associates, one of the top networkers in the world. I was at his home. He's helping another friend launch a company. And they were there flying in from all over the world, strategizing, putting their plan in place. Now, they talked about the products 10% of the time, and they talked about their plan 90% of the time. And here's what they were sharing with each other. Hey, I'm going to have John in New York. I'm going to have Mary in Germany. I'm going to have Sally in China. And those are going to, and they talked about two, they each have their top 5. And then they shared, okay, I'm going to teach my top 5 to get their top 5. And I want to keep their, and what they did, they laid out a plan that they knew that what they were going to earn in the first 30 days, but that wasn't what they were sharing. What was the importance here? They were sharing what they were going to earn for the next 60, 90, 120, 150, 180 days, and month in and month out. And the only way you could do this, ladies and gentlemen, is by showing a plan. Now, I'm going to share with you a plan. I saw this many years ago. When I saw it, I said to myself, Brian, you're going to get rich. Did everyone see my screen, Tiffany? Great. Now, let's just cover this, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, the network marketing. The first thing, oops, sorry here. Okay. First thing, you want to be a product of the product. Let me say that again. The first thing, you want to be a product of the product. Now, some of you might say, well, oh, I don't want to talk about an auto ship because I don't. Hey, let me share something with you. Remember, whatever you start with is what you end with. If you want to operate your business by rolling the dice, that's like the Vegas, they go roll the dice. Sometimes they lose, right? If you want to operate your business by rolling the dice, that is not a predictable and sustainable business. So you have to start deciding the people that I partner with. Are they business builders or are they just customers? Because the customer is not going to build a business. They're going to enjoy the products. They're part of the community. We love on them. But if they're business builders, you want to give them a predictable and sustainable way to earn income. And when I shared with Lisa, she says, oh my goodness, no one ever showed me the money here. Again. So, and you can see in this chart, ladies and gentlemen, let's say I partner with Tiffany, and these are 5 months. Now, Tiffany, I need you to role play with me here. Tiffany, you can just shake your head. Tiffany, if you and I partner with one another, don't you agree that we can help you identify 3 people that would like to make some additional income and or residual income? Okay, 3 people. Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do, Tiffany, in month 1. You're going to have 3 business partners that do their $80 personal auto ship. These are their products. Now, these are products that they feel good, they look good, they feel happy, they want to share these products. And they're each going to have 1 customer each, only doing a 40 commissionable volume. 1 customer. Now, when I shared this with Lisa, I said, how many customers you have, Lisa? She says, I have 8. I said, oh, we only 1. And they're only doing 40. And so if you look at month 1, ladies and gentlemen, 3 brand partners doing their $80, that's 240 in brand partner volume. 3 customers doing only 40, that's 120, that's 367%, you're at 25.20 a month. Now I know a multimillionaire's first month was $7, and a lot of you know his story. And then month 2, what do? We duplicate that. But Lisa saw the vision now. I asked her, Lisa, you now have your 3 top partners. Can you duplicate that and help them get their 3? And she says, yes. And so I said, month 2, you have 9 brand partners with their 80 for $720. They each only have 1 customer. Now, we know Carrie Cotis is on here and she has close to 200 customers. Hello, are we getting this? So month 2, 9 customers doing a 40 is 360 in customer volume. Your brand partner customer volume is 1,086%. Products are free. You just show the new person how to be healthy, happy for free. And then month 3, ladies and gentlemen, is where the magic happens. That's the magic number, about 200 to 300 a month. No one would ever leave your organization, because if you duplicate that, see, network marketing is not about a few doing a lot. It's about a lot doing a little. Because in month 3, 27 brand partners with their 80, 2160, 27 customers at 44,080. That's 3240. That's $252 a month income. I can share with you that an extra $2,500 a year would change most families' lives in the United States. Wouldn't we agree? Month 4, 640 a month, over 7,000 a year. And month 5, I cheated. I told you it was 6 months. It's only 5 months. You're at over $18,000 a year. And I'm sorry, residual income. Now, when I'm speaking with the top person that's making $200,000-300,000 a year, they don't get excited about this. But they get excited about this because, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know your comp plan. You have to know. You see in the Happy Code, in the beginning, we pay you the higher percentages where? When you don't have a large organization in the beginning. But as your organization matures, we flip those percentages. And we pay you the higher percentages from levels 5 and below, where most companies start tearing it down to 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. We pay you where the majority of your people are. If you get anything from this Zoom, you have to know that. Okay, you have to know that. Because you can see when you have a mature organization, what happens in month 5? Over 25K a year. What happens in month 6? 80 grand a year. What happens in month 10? 269,000 a year. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, Brian, it doesn't work that way. Those are perfect numbers. No, I underpromise, and I'm going to over-deliver here, ladies and gentlemen, for this reason. Each of you know your average customer order is not 40. It's about 70 to 80. Am I right, Tiffany? Okay. And most of you are rock stars. You all know that you have more than one customer doing a 40 CV. So when I saw this plan, it wasn't this exact plan, but it was numbers that my mentor put in front of me 30 years ago. And I said, oh my goodness, I am going to do very well because, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you all a favor. Question. Favor, would you be honest with me, please? Let's just say you failed miserably over the next 3 to 5 years. I'm going to say that again. 3 to 5 years is what you're looking for, a commitment. I didn't say 3 to 5 months. 3 to 5 years. And you work this business consistently, and let's say that's $269,000 a month income. It's a lot of money. But I didn't include the other 6 ways we get paid, did I? No, yeah, there's a lot more money here. This is just residual. And let's just say you failed miserably, you were 90% off. How many of you are going to be upset with $300,000 a year income? Yeah, you have to get excited about this. Now, I'm going to send this out. I'm going to stop sharing here. But I would like to ask everyone a question here. This is network marketing. Okay, let's talk network marketing. Are you a product of the product? That's the first question you ask yourself. Am I my own best customer? Do I take these products regularly, each month in and month out? That's step one. And every person you partner with, you want to ask them, are you going to be a product of the product? Because I can't train you how to get lucky. See, if we don't build our business predictably and sustainably, we're basically rolling the dice again. Let's go to Vegas. And so you're a product of the product. Great. Now, can you connect with a few people that will, everyone loves to do little, am I right? Can we, now, if you connected and you brought people in your business, you have to go get 50 customers. They're like, I'm sorry, I don't have that much time. But if you share it with your team members that you're partnering with, hey, this is a business about a lot of people doing a little. Can you commit to being healthy, feeling happy, looking great, feeling great? And don't you feel that you can partner with 3 people that would like those same results? And I guarantee you 99% they're going to say yes. And don't you agree that you can get 1 customer at a minimum doing only a 40 CV? See, what I did, ladies and gentlemen, I really under-promised here. Though, if you can stay the course, and the question that I asked Tiffany, and I'm asking all my leaders, tell me your top 3 leaders. Can I ask you that, Tiffany? Tell me who are your top 3 leaders that are committed, that are on these products month in and month out. I like to know their names. Because those are the individuals that you should be spending 80% of your time with. Those are the, do we have a great community? Oh yeah, we have it. We do the love, right? But ladies and gentlemen, let's start talking about making some life-changing income. This is how you do it. So I would like each of you, if you're not, you can ask me anytime. I'm on SmartShip. Why? Because I am not going to teach and share what I'm not doing myself. I know the value of SmartShip because I'm living the proof of this industry, because if you build it the right way, you will make more money than you have time to spend. Is that a good problem to have? If there's anyone on the chat that would like to have more money than they have time to spend, can I get a like 5 in the chat? Okay. Okay. So what I'm sharing with you, and I'm going to end the Zoom. This is no hype. No hype. Share the vision. Share the plan. Show people what's possible. I didn't say, Tiffany, go out and get 50 customers. I didn't even ask Tiffany to get 5 customers. I said, maintain 2 or 3 products, Tiffany. These products work, right? And just get you a handful of partners that are willing to do the same. And you won't recognize your life, Tiffany, within the next 6 to 12 months if you do that alone. So, hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. I am so freaking excited and happy to be back. I am so privileged and blessed to be partnered with each and every one of you. Destination Paradise. Hey, come on, let's do it. Now, call the person that you partner with after this Zoom, send them a message, say, hey, let's strategize on how I can get there. Because if you want to be there, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of you on this Zoom can be there. Appreciate you, love you all, and everyone have a good evening. Good night, everyone. Love you all.